Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie reaction and commentary. Today, we're going to be hopping into a film called I'm Thinking of Ending Things. That's a wild title. And also, it came out around 2020, so it is somewhat of a newer film. And I had no idea about it. I have no clue what this film is about or who's in it. This is a completely blind reaction commentary of me hopping and engaging with this film. Now, prior to starting this up, we are looking into certain aspects of film. We've done something like cinematography beforehand, and we selected the films that kind of go with what I am primarily going to be talking about. And now we're looking into locations and how locations can formulate a story and how the story can form around the locations, or the locations themselves can become characters. Now, there's so many routes and ways that you can manipulate and really gear something like, production design and just being able to control the setting. There's lighting. I talk about it a lot in Breaking Bad, actually. Breaking Bad is a very, very great example when it comes to locations, especially more subtle ones, because it's more nuanced, it's more human. And how do these settings, how do these environments shape us? It makes sense. We're not really used to looking at it from an outside perspective, when you're around in your life. But it's as simple as this. You're a product of your environment. And that is just only amplified even more when you have creative control over a story. So I've been looking at those lately, and the past couple of films that we've looked at done brilliant examples of locations in their own ways of how they implemented that, how they've been used in the story, how they've been shaping our characters. And so I'm excited to see how the locations hold up here and how it shapes our story. If the locations become a character, if the cinematography works with it. There's so many ways, and I hope that, I'll be able to shed some light on it, and while also enjoying myself, or maybe not enjoying myself watching this film. I don't know. The title's kind of depressing, so so we're gonna see what's up with this. But like always, guys, if you want to be able to watch and hear all that I have to say, you can check out the full lengths over on the Patreon. You can sync up your copy of the film with mine, and you'll be completely good. You can also support the channel by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. And at the end of the day, you don't have to do any of those things. All right? Just sit back, relax, get your popcorn and snacks. Maybe, I'm not too sure. This might be depressing. So, I don't know. Get whatever snack you want based off of what this title is, or maybe you've seen this before and you know what I'm about to get into. So, guys, like always, I appreciate the support. Let's hop right into I'm Thinking of Ending Things. Again, guys, if you want to be able to watch and hear all that I got to say about these films, literally all of them, you can check them all out on the Patreon. You can sync up your copy of the film with mine, and you'll be good to go.
I'm thinking of ending things. Once this thought arrives, it stays. It sticks,
right.
lingers.
Did not hesitate getting into the title.
Maybe I've actually known all along. Maybe this is how it was always going to end.
Damn. She is in her head. She is in that head of hers. Damn.
Drive than I've seen in years, maybe in my life. They all look the same. Some cows, some horses, sheep, fields, and barns.
I love the shot selections that they are using throughout that monologue. Because when she mentioned nostalgic, I've never been in a house before, but there were elements where I'm like, yeah, I've weirdly noticed that in my own life. How this is strung together, shot by shot, it reminds me of like a book, not just because of the monologue, but because of the aspect ratio as well, too. I meant to mention that earlier, but the aspect ratio definitely makes this story feel a little bit more intimate.
It's going to get pretty farmy pretty fast now.
I'm fine.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. Don't want to spoil my appetite.
Damn, I can already feel that this is going to be one of those films where they observe those pocket dimensions in betweens. I feel like movies, they do such a good job at showing the extremes because, it allows that dynamic performance. But man, the ones that really just get you, that just seep in, are like stories that just allow you to embrace the settle. I really hope I'm not depressed after this.
You know, like to have something to entertain the kids while the parents are getting the house ready.
Man, they really make you feel like you're in this damn car with them, I'll tell you that. Again, that aspect ratio is doing such a great job at isolating them, even though they're in a space that is like inches away from each other. I find that pretty cool.
Jake doesn't either. Jake tells me that he feels it. He feels invisible.
Why are we following this guy? Why was her dialogue over that person's like head? What, that'd be crazy. All right, I'm about to make a guess right here, right now. Was that Jake in the future?
Asked if you...
Is this gonna be like a crazy timeline of just like showing the mundaneness of life, I guess? Yeah, the way that they're making it play out, they're making it seem like that guy is him. Just with how they're editing it and how they're overlaying those edits. But then just like hearing him talk about plays and then cutting right to him, or what could be him.
Testing too much, okay.
Looking at that play, I don't know, it's interesting. It's just his previous conversation.
Coming home is terribly lonely. So that you will think the oppressive barometric pressure back where you...
I know he's regretting the fact that he asked her to tell her the freaking poem. Like, what the heck? It's good, though.
Remaindered. Ill met by moonlight. Unhappy to be back. Slack in all the wrong spots. See me...
Oh, yeah, my man is in a... He is in his head. That's interesting. The conversation of the world in your head and the world on the outside perspective. It's an interesting conversation that they had.
Far away is all.
I'm just thinking.
About what?
I don't know. I'm just...
You know, it's so cool how they have used the car as a setting within the setting. You know, it's like a China doll, you know?
There's no veering off, there's no side trips, and like Mussolini's train, it runs on time.
That's not really true about Mussolini's.
These characters are physically trapped within just space within space within space. And that intimacy, it's still intimate, but there's still distance. It's so interesting.
What else can happen to them?
Well, I mean, will they be buried?
Probably be burned come spring.
I noticed that the way that they're cutting in each other's audios, it makes it seem like they are cutting each other off. There's no delay within the conversation. In a way, it almost seems like he's trying to escape from his head while she's trying to escape within her head, you know? Like he doesn't want to be in his head while she wants to be.
Ability of their own deaths. Other animals live in the present. Humans cannot, so they invented hope.
That's a wild thing to say. That is so wild because it's true. it has its truth in it. It's a matter of perspective of obviously how you look at what she's saying. But I'm not about to, you know, be like, that's not true. Just...
Mis zapatillas son tus zapatillas. Have a seat.
Yeah, this is good. The direction in this film is pretty damn solid. They knew what they were doing. They know what they're doing, which excites me because it's only going to get better, you know? Just from how the camera's moving, how the direction of the story is going, the editing, the characters, the way they're acting. You could just tell the people know what they were doing, what they were making, and that's really satisfying to somebody like me. And just like what she was, my brain's scrambling. Just what she was talking about, like how humans have this hope that things will get better. Not to say that the the janitor's life is, hopeless or anything, but in the perspective of Jake, if that is Jake, that would, man, that's such an interesting thing to say, and then have it parallel with Jake's character.
Happiness in a family is as nuanced as unhappiness.
Well, I think he was talking about marriage.
Ah, here they come. Here they come.
There is a lot of weird surrealism that's happening here.
Hi.
Damn. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of subtleties that are happening here. Both of those actors are great, by the way. Everyone is great in this film.
Then
Oh, yes.
Huh?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, man, save me from this table, bruh. Please. Please. This, man, sucks.
You might have to see me in them.
Well, if you were there, you wouldn't see yourself, right?
Well, what if I look down? I'm not a ghost.
There are people that do think like that. It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. Some people just think like that.
Which, a little less so these days, which I think is a good thing.
Well, after 7th grade, I couldn't understand what Jake was saying. So it's wonderful he has someone.
Jake, you gotta control the situation here a little bit, my guy. You are just lending her out for the slaughter right now. Oh my goodness, dude.
Billy Crystal is a Nancy.
So?
Dog, speak up, man. I'm so mad at this dude, Jake, bruh. Mostly because he is not helping with this cringe that I'm feeling in my freaking spine.
I've been saying it wrong all these years. Goes to show, I'm no genius.
That's a good one.
That's good. That was such a good take. That was such a good take.
6 weeks ago? God, feels longer. Feels like forever in a way.
Wow.
Can't even remember how long ago it.
That was good. That was really good framing right there, just isolating her. But I also think, as much as she's, always doubting herself,
Be right with you. Hello, welcome to Redline. I'm Yvonne. I'll be taking
just like the
care of
world
you today.
around her, I just feel like it comes from a place of like,
Really?
there's fear, but there's also hope for her as well too.
He's the idiot waiter in training trailing me.
It's a complicated feeling. That feeling can only be amplified when you're in more complicated situations like that one.
So, which do you prefer, the...
Yeah, this is definitely Jake, because he's watching movies.
As if I'm constantly being whispered to.
Why is she feeding him that cake?
One question to answer.
She's fine.
Yeah. What did she want?
Whoa, that was weird, man. That was weird. I keep forgetting that as much as this is a collective story, or at least it seems like it, we're following these characters, this is still very much her perspective. This is still from, her lens.
It's a fast train to heck.
As crazy as these two are, they have their moments, It's kind of funny.
Oh, really? Oh, how fascinating.
Oh, fascinating.
Yes.
It's like she truly cares. At least this is what I'm getting from it. Despite how she goes about her feelings and talking about the world, and it may sound bleak, but her actions show that she's caring. Like, she's taking the plates from the table, she's feeding her boyfriend. She put her head on, his father's shoulders. Meanwhile, Jake is not touching anybody.
Sorry, you scared me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Holy crap. We are blipping in and out of just time. Time is just not, it's not real here.
That's even more.
Damn, man.
Being a genius.
Genius, Mom.
It's wild. It's like you notice that even prior to the time skip, but the love that they have for him, and this weight that he probably has to feel to have around them as well too, it's just fascinating.
Where I stop and Jake starts. I'm a pinball. My emotional state is bouncing all over the place.
Yeah,
Jake
this
needs
is really cleverly done. I'm enjoying how they are depicting this story, and they're just using this space, this environment, to just give us an idea of how she's feeling inside of her head. The best way to describe it is what they were talking about with the painting. It's like, well, how do you feel a certain emotion when there's no person in it? This setting does a really good example of that.
Rules. It really is a problem. Yes, I'm probably to blame. But all this guilt causes me to feel obligated to...
Dude, holy crap. This is wild, man. I think I've said that multiple times already in this film, but man. And it's like how this house and just the entire environment is compartmentalizing memories and time. Wow. This film is just incredible. I'm very happy that films like this exist. Again, just as much as, the La La Lands and all of that. And, it's great and well. I'm just happy that we have films that are about the gray areas, Not just about the extremes, but the grayness. Not to say that La La Land is an extreme, but it's an extreme depiction of it.
True. Very nice.
You liked them? They liked you too, I think that's a good sign.
Oh man, Jake, bro, you gotta spit it out, man. You gotta spit it out, bro.
Cold wind. Stealing our heat, leaving us chapped and frozen.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. Dead.
The monologues in this are so thought-provoking. I'm not fearful about it. I know some people, they can kind of get really intimidated, like Jake here. I don't know, I find it fascinating.
Didn't mind before they make decisions under its influence.
I feel you.
The pathological nature of the character surrounding Mabel and so show her isolation become instead limp false moments.
Is this low-key like a comment about, this movie? Is this like a like a subconscious inner fourth wall breaking of this film?
I don't know. That it's going to get better, that it's never too late, that God has a plan for you, that
Damn.
age is just a number.
Jeez, that's rough. And again, just
Whining.
and then just seeing what happens to him later on. Who knows? I wonder if this is actually his story now.
Some of them. I stopped sometimes after visiting my parents. I don't like some of the girls that work here, so I just want to make...
Who color graded this? This is Fargo Season 3. This is a Fargo Season 3 color grade.
Certain hardness that comes with a certain kind of pretty. You don't have that. Maybe they suffered too, the pretty ones. I don't know, maybe.
Wow, yo, this film is tackling a lot of stuff. It's tackling a lot of just human issues that I feel like everyone knows, but we just don't. I don't know. It's like, again, that kindness.
For you.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Be careful out there. The roads are treacherous.
What the heck? Yo, wouldn't this be a weird horror film? Like, if this dude was somehow able to, like, fast forward people's times and stuff. I don't even know. Like a weird, surreal sci-fi horror. Where if you're with this dude, time just flashes by you.
Society of the Spectacle.
Exactly. Yes. Yes, of course.
Debord says the spectacle cannot be understood.
Wow. That's wild. Perspective is everything within this film.
There's no objective reality. You know, there's no color in the universe, right? Only in the brain.
Damn, it's crazy because this dude used to paint, man. He used to paint. That is a wild thing to say. I love how the music kicked in as soon as this conversation did as well.
Gymnasium, 2 locker rooms, boys, girls, auditorium, 10 bathrooms, 6 administrative offices, teacher's lounge.
Wow, yo. He really is unable to move forward in time.
Back of my hand.
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, he's unable to move forward in time. This is I think this is like a film more so about him.
It's peaceful, quiet here. Maybe it's cold outside.
Buddy, you gotta move on, man. You gotta move on, fam. I know it's scary, but you gotta move on, man. And also take this girl home. Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, I shouldn't have come. I shouldn't have come.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely probably shouldn't have came. That sucks. That's terrible. This entire film is a great depiction of liminal space. Because it really does embody that of nostalgia, memories, past, present, future. Time within a space. Time within a certain setting.
Is it okay if I look around for him?
Maybe take your wet shoes off. I've just cleaned the floors.
Damn. Oh, man. Just literal time colliding with one another. 2 different people meeting from 2 different times of their lives. They're absolutely killing this, John, man. Damn. I need to learn how to dance like that. I'm pretty sure I can, you know. Give me a little 2 steps in. It's like, nah, I'm joking. Yo, that janitor said, F all that mess. He said, F all of that cute, man. Go over here making my freaking floors all dirty. Get the hell out of here. Man, that's heartbreaking. That's really heartbreaking. I wonder if he's having like a mental breakdown. Oh, man. Same. Same.
You are all my reasons.
There you go. Wow. Oh, man. Oh, man. Wow. All right, everybody, and that is the end to I'm Thinking of Ending. All right, everybody, we just got done. I'm Thinking of Ending Things, and this film is packed with a lot of things. There is a lot of just human experiences, life experiences. It reminds me of two films. One of them is The Tree of Life, and if you haven't watched that, check it out. I watched it on the channel too. It reminds me of The Tree of Life, and the other one is Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys seen that one. Primarily because with Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, this reminds me of just memories and the human conditioning of just living a life and experiencing that with, or hoping to experience that with another person, and the hopes and the dreams and the collapse of dreams and hopes, and all of that all put together in this weird feeling in the end where it's just nice to let go after you've lived a life. And like, it's, man, this film, it's a lot. I'm gonna keep it pushing. It reminds me of The Tree of Life, however, because of the broader scope of things, how it really makes you take a step back out of the very, very interpersonal mind that you're in, like like it takes you out of that. You're living your own life, but you're also part of this greater universe that makes your life sort of kind of meaningless. But it is like the value of knowing yourself and knowing your life. That's what really gives it meaning. And that's what it felt towards the end when he was giving his final play, his hopes and dreams, and formulating it into this beautiful play. And I'm assuming he's going on his deathbed. It's like we all of us live and lead ourselves to these lives, and we're all gonna leave this planet as well too. But the one thing I would like to leave you guys off with after talking about this, and I hope that you guys aren't depressed or anything like that by what I'm saying. I don't mean it in that way, but what I would like to carry over and tell you guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys have these feelings. I'm sure a lot of you guys are in these circumstances. The one thing I can say is just please follow your heart. Follow your heart until it stops beating type stuff. It sounds cheesy, all right? I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to leave this earth with regrets, right? I'm very fortunate to not have any regrets, as of yet. I hope not, but that's honestly because I'm living my life how I want to live my life. And I know in the grand scheme of things, whatever, right? But there's ownership to that. There's progression within the stillness of things. And I don't know, it's difficult, but that's the one thing I just own your life. Be yourself unequivocally, okay? And man, this film is crazy. This film is insane. But again, I'm not gonna cut this up. I'm not gonna cut this up. I like that. My brain is rambling on. That means I'm really feeling it. But yeah, this was a beautifully shot film. I love the use of locations as well. How locations, they not only created the space for our characters, but they eventually morphed and became the characters, and they became this intimate force of nature. It became the story, really. And again, I love the aspect ratio. I love that, there were so many things within this film that was deliberately made as decisions, and that really makes me happy. That means that the people that behind this film really care about what they're creating, really care about what they're hoping to portray in terms of their story, and that makes everything better. And yeah, this was a lot. This was a lot. I want to hear your thoughts. I'm not talking. I want to hear your thoughts on this film, guys. Like always, if you want to hear all that I have to say, check out the Patreon. For everybody else, stay healthy and stay hydrated. I hope that you guys aren't too, uptight on this film and yada yada. But I appreciate y'all. Seriously, I really do. Because we're just getting started.
Purple jacket, pocket full of weed. Everything that I should ever need. Grab some matches cause they give them free. Just like my time. Hair pulled back in the backseat.